It's you and me, no place I'd rather be. Ding dong, hello, let's make this house a home. Welcome to Spencer and Sarah's house.
Hi.
We're back doing a part 2 to finish our Out of College Actor episode 1 react.
The first half was pretty good.
It was good. It was really funny rewatching that, of it just going from so high and laughing uncontrollably to just like our energy dropped immediately.
It really fucking did.
So funny.
Yeah, it was trauma. It was cringe. It was a walk down memory lane. Ghosts
Yeah.
of Spencer Sarah past. But yeah, I rewatched it a lot just because it was making me laugh. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was great. How are you doing today, Spencer?
Oh, Sarah. Let's not pretend. Going through it.
Yeah.
Sarah and I jumped on this call and I immediately started crying because I'm definitely in the luteal phase right now of my cycle, so my emotions are high, hormones all over the place. I spilled my breakfast everywhere right before Sarah called me, and that was the last straw. So I'm very emotional today.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to maintain composure and have an upbeat spirit going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these bangs.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah. How could you be down with those?
Oh my god. I'm I don't even want to say I'm all right. I don't know. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm kind to myself.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm okay. I had my first therapy session this past week. That was really good and exciting. Yeah, I feel, even just having one session, I feel like mentally in a better place. 'Cause I feel like sometimes it's just nice to talk to a third party that's not involved in anything else and just share the things you gotta share.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it's going well.
Yeah, me too. Okay. You ready to jump back into this?
I think so. I'm like, it can't get any cringier, right?
Mm-hmm. I think we were just talking about like roles that we would play.
Yeah.
And you were talking about sword fighting in our college black box in the West off.
Yeah, I think the last thing I remember is me being like, I can't relate to this queer character, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, I really forgot how closeted I was.
Yeah.
Let's just dredge up trauma. It's fine. God.
Okay. Here we go.
God. But yeah, that Sword fight was good too.
Yeah.
Oh.
What kind of like theater or art like mediums do you like?
Okay, so I've noticed lately that I'm really gravitating toward this is gonna be so weirdly specific, but I just finished Sharp Objects, and that kind of like really creepy, dramatic, like it's just on like friggin' HBO or what did I watch on Hulu, whatever it is, like I just like kind of darker, weirder. I like weird theater. I think it's really cool. I love when people like make do with what they have and they just do something really weird. Like I love that, and I just love, I don't know, like just like dark. Like, it was like I was saying, like dramatic stuff. So a lot of like, so within the veins still
of
true.
like Sharp Objects, I love that
Experimental
kind of
theater.
like, that's the kind of thing I want to do. Like thriller kind of movies, stuff like that.
But I've always wanted to do voice acting, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
really, really into cartoons. Like I've just been rewatching all of Bob's Burgers actually lately. So
Me too.
Oh my God, your Tina tattoo.
So, I don't know, just like
Yeah.
if I was gonna do like a movie or TV show, I'd love to do something like thriller mystery kind of thing. I would love to do that. Cartoons, I would literally do anything. I just think it would be so fun. And then the other thing I was thinking about was if I wanted to do like a comedic sort of TV show,
Mm-hmm.
I would want it to be something like New Girl, where it's like ensemble
Yeah.
comedy.
How do
like
fucking
that.
things change?
There was another show I was thinking of too just now. As a
It's
good
all
example,
still
and
true
I can't
6
remember
years
what
later.
it is. I don't know. I'll remember it
We
eventually.
know we wanted.
Yeah.
I will. I'll try. I don't remember it right now. But yeah, I don't know. That's like, yeah. It's really like, it's not super specific, but like that like I don't know, like when I see a show, I'll be like, that's the kind of show I want to be on, but I don't know how to describe it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll just say Sharp Objects is the kind of show I would have wanted to be on.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really good.
Bob's Burgers is the kind of cartoon I would have wanted to
Would you do like Black Mirror?
I would 100% do Black Mirror. Absolutely. So cool. That's a great example. Yeah. That's not the one I was thinking of, but that's totally, yeah.
I hate
or like
myself.
if I was going to do a comedy show or like a comedic television series, I would
redundant.
Do New Girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I can point to specific examples, but I can't describe the feel.
Yeah.
Of the wow, genre.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Sorry, that was jumbled. You know, I have notes, but I didn't write that down. So, all right, I'm gonna try and go ahead. If I remember that, I'll tell. What are you thinking? What are you feeling, Roughboard?
I'm feeling. Well, I mean, my interest in acting stemmed from my interest in film, so I'm always interested in like film work. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I have
Joe Kenda. Whoa, that's what it was. Oh my God.
What?
Oh, God,
not the
shut up.
But like true crime.
Not so fucking much. Oh.
Oh, this is so funny.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
How can you stand me?
It's fine.
It's not. Fuck it out.
Better wrap it up. That's really funny.
Get this shit done.
Oh, so funny. I feel like my position has changed from film and theater, saying like the focus is in film, where like I feel like since speaking, like in my head, I'm like, oh no, I'm more a theater person than film. But I think I also like at that time we recorded, we'd done film classes and stuff, or I did the film class, so that might have been in my head.
Yeah, mine all stayed the same. I'm actually thinking of taking like an ADR class right now.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Look at me go.
Hell yeah.
Doing the same shit.
Get it.
Crime shows when they do the reenactments. I want to be an actor in one of the reenactments on true crime shows. And Joe Kenda is one of the. He's like a detective, and they interview him, and then they reenact his cases. Oh my God!
Incredible.
Sorry, I love him. Wow, that was incredible. I'm really sorry.
I got spooked.
I was just thinking. I was like, I was watching it last night. What was it? It was fucking Joe Kenda. Okay,
Incredible.
Sorry.
With film, I'm not sure what type of film I'd like to be in yet, because I haven't really explored much of that.
Yeah.
I just know I like it. I like experience on being on set. I think it's a cool life to live. But in theater, I really like TYA, Theater for Young Audiences.
Oh, me too.
I just love kids, and I think I fit really well into like.
That's why.
That's why. It's cool. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. I'm a line out of my mouth.
Like it's a lie now, or it was a lie also then?
I guess it's a lie now. Because at that time I hadn't started teaching kids sports coaching yet, so I didn't realize the disdain I did have for kids. The only experience I had with kids before that was doing TYA shows, so they're like cute for like 45 minutes and then you get to leave. Whereas I did not have that experience at the job I worked shortly after this. That's so funny.
God.
So funny.
Yeah. I think I just liked doing TYA shows because it was fun. I don't think I liked audience interaction or teaching children, but like Shrek was great to do. You know what I mean? Like those fun, like kid-friendly shows they're just fun. But
yeah,
I did it. I actually taught, or did I teach? I was like a camp counselor for a theater camp for a long time, and it was. I mean, I like kids. Kids are fun, but like trying to teach a bunch of like third graders how to like read a script is like not it.
No,
it's rough. It's a little rough.
Yeah.
I'd love to encourage their creativity, but damn, is that a
yeah.
It can be a lot sometimes.
Oh yeah.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah. Some things do change, I guess.
Hopeful now.
Yeah.
You just be silly and throw all inhibitions out the door.
Especially interactive, because weren't you in the Princess Night?
Yes.
Yeah, and
that was fun.
Oh my God, who was that? Annie Burton. She played the lead, right? And she had to go around and be like, "What job do you think I should be?" And the kids would be like, "Doctor," and then she'd have to like improvise on that. It was so funny.
Yeah, my favorite with those kids, my favorite memory is my character comes out and goes, "I'm not good at anything. I can't do this. I can't do that." And this one kid goes, "You can walk well." And I went, "Oh my God, you're too pure."
You can walk well.
You're good at walking.
That is so.
And I was like, "You're right.
That's amazing.
I'm so ungrateful." Oh man, it was so cute. Yeah, and then also just for me in theater, I guess a big thing I look at is just what the message the show portrays, because I'm really into doing stuff that's good for the community and telling a story that's important. That's kind of a big thing. So I feel like I really like Chicago because I've seen a lot of good work and it's important work that's been done.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be in this area.
Is there anything you wouldn't do?
Anything I wouldn't do?
Like, not necessarily like I would never do film, but is there like a specific like genre you would never do? Because I personally know I would never do like a horror movie that's in the vein of like Saw or something like that. Like, I can't do body horror stuff. Like,
I say I wanted to do like thrillers and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Immediately contradicts. I get where I was going. I don't want to do gore, mystery.
You still not interested in gore?
Well, now I don't know, because it's funny. I was actually just looking over some materials for an audition, and the script, it's like a horror script. So I'm like, this would be new for me, but I'm down. I'm fun. Like, I could do this maybe, right? Yeah. Like, who cares? Let's try something new. So, yeah.
Nice.
I think that's probably changed.
Hell yeah.
I thought of something real quick I wanted to bring up, though. When we were in college, God, I can't remember who said this. There's like two people in my brain who could have said this, but I don't remember who it was. Somebody was once like, one of the things I ask myself when we do show, with anything, whether it's shows we're putting on here or like movies that are coming out, stuff like that, why this, why now? Like, why this story, and how is it relevant to current times or people, or like what is the point, especially if it's like something you're, I don't know, like, why are we doing Grease again, like that kind of thing, you know? Established work. And I feel like that's actually really stuck with me, like, through my whole life, like, always trying to find that kernel of like, what can you take away from what's happening right now in the world for this piece of art?
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
That's all I'm going to say.
Hell yeah. I once, it was like 2 years ago, I had an audition for a horror film. And it was an in-person audition. I show up at this fancy place, and this was like one of my like first and only film auditions I went to. And so I did the whole like slate and like stand in front of someone with the camera, and I was given the script beforehand, so I had it memorized, but the way they cut the lines wasn't clear when I was reading it. So there's a moment where you scream, and I didn't realize I had to scream. I thought the script stopped before then. So then like I get to the end, and then they're like, "Are you gonna scream?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they were like, "Oh no, like the lines are here to here." And I went, "Oh, I'm so sorry." So then we did it again. And then I like forgot to do the scream again, but they like would make a noise to tell me when to scream. And so the first time I like finished the lines, they made the noise, and I went, "Ah." And then we all stopped and laughed for like 5 minutes. They were like, "What the hell was that?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I wasn't ready. We'll do it one more time." It was really funny. I wasn't ready for that one.
God, I'm worried I'm not going to be able to do a good horror scream.
It scares me.
Yeah, I just feel like you really have to like commit.
Because like my screams are either like guttural, but like not in a fun way, like not in a cutesy way, or it's like really high pitched where like it's not going to register with anyone's ears. It's like one or the other, and there's no nice in between.
Well, and I just think too, like I've been noticing this a lot lately because I've been thinking about Uta Hagen again. Like anytime I just do something in my life, I'm like, man, I wish I could do that when I'm acting, because like look how naturally I just like threw that thing across the room so I could go do this. Whereas like when I'm on stage, it feels so rehearsed. I'm like, I wish I could just like sink into this more. Yeah. And I feel like with screams, I would be trying too hard. Like, what's a good like classic horror screams? Like, no, like you know what I mean? Like the little everyday mundane things I'm starting to realize. I'm like, I need to work on these. Yeah. How do I open this door? Now, how can I do that on stage? It's just like psychotic. I can't.
Definitely. I feel like screams are one of those things that comes out naturally without thinking. So it's like, I feel like that's like the hardest thing to do rehearsed.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
We're almost done. Less than 10 minutes left.
I'm intrigued by that just because I want to know what it's like.
I want to know how it works, but I don't want to be a part of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know what.
What were we talking about?
Horror films.
Sure, if there's anything I wouldn't do. I think there's like sometimes when I see on TV and like I look and I feel like there are some things that just look really hard. If I look at it from the actor's perspective of like, wow, how are you yelling? Or like, how are you crying? But like, there's no, you're talking to someone, but it's like a fake person. It's not like, you know.
What am I
like,
saying?
Yeah. Later adding in or something. Like, how do you do that? That just looks really hard. But I mean, that's just acting, and we'll figure it out along the way.
I don't understand what I was saying. I don't understand.
It's just so funny because I was sitting there trying to figure it out too, and I'd look to you to be like, does Sarah follow what she's saying? And then you literally were like, what am I saying? Like, okay, we're lost in this together. I don't know what you're saying.
No, I think I was trying to say like the difficulty of being vulnerable, I guess, on film. Because my guess is that's probably what I'm thinking of, because it's what I'm thinking of now, is I'm thinking of Midsummer and how Florence Pugh, like, throughout the whole film is, like, crying the whole time. And I'm like, how are you doing that? Because that seems like a really emotionally exhausting thing to do. I think that's probably what I was thinking.
Okay. It's like
yes. Like, what are these words coming out of my mouth?
I don't know if there's anything I wouldn't do.
I just wouldn't do it because, like, I can't even watch that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
that's fair.
Like, it just, like the kind of the message I receive from it is not the message I would want to be putting out then if I was a part of it.
Fair.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe
talking
I'm
out of my ass.
Oh, I would never.
This dummy.
So dumb. I don't believe in violence.
That's really not true anymore.
Do
Like,
that, you know?
I don't know what I'm saying here.
Like, both of us lost it.
I don't know.
Lost the plot.
Like, but I don't know, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
be
it's
like-
good to have boundaries.
Ugh.
I feel like the thing is I like Saw. I don't know why.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
intrigued by
like,
it.
just body horror stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
Human Centipede kind of.
Oh,
like, that kind of
absolutely.
stuff I could not do.
Yeah, I
know?
don't
Like
think I do that.
horror, like horror just for the sake of horror.
Yeah, and like to be gross.
Yeah, like
I
that.
like
Kind,
it.
like I don't
Okay.
think
That's
I see
Just-
now.
I'm thinking of hate the Human Centipede. Absolutely hated it. But now
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it from the perspective of the actors that had to do that. And I haven't thought of that before because I was too horrified about the film itself.
Yeah, how did they do that?
Absolutely not.
Was there like a coordinator for that? Like,
Did they CGI each one in? I really hope that was the solution to that one because
ugh. I think now I get what I was trying to say here. Like, if it serves a purpose to the story, fine. If it's just for shock value, fuck that. Which
Sure,
I think
yeah.
is what I'm getting at with Human Centipede. Like, this is chaotic and crazy. Especially the one where they turned a whole prison into one. Like, no one's letting you do that shit. Like, this is unrealistic and horrible for no reason.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah.
Are those people okay? Like, I don't know who directed or wrote it, but like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? What's
Yeah.
going on? What's happening?
Some type of exploration of humanity, I guess.
You know what? I guess get it out of your system, but damn, fuck that. I'll never, no. I don't want it in my brain,
God, yeah, that's terrible. I will never forgive Jordan. Because I told him that I loved Saw, and he was like, if you love Saw, you'd probably love the Human Centipede. And then I watched that shit on my own, and I was like, that was the worst. I couldn't eat for a week. I was like, oh, two different films.
Yeah, it's two very different levels of awfulness.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
so
my
funny.
god. And now time for a break. Our breaks have a visual component that can be viewed on our YouTube channel.
Okay, so this is a message to my future self. I wrote some things down I knew I wanted to say. So, me to me. I hope when you look back on this video of me now that you see progress, even more progress than I'm already seeing looking back on my younger self a few years ago. I hope that you've continued the work that I've started. I hope that you're so happy. I already feel like I'm in such a better place than I was before, and I think that it could get even better. I hope that's where we're at. I hope that you're confident, you're full of joy, and that you're not just setting your boundaries, but you're enforcing them, and that you don't feel bad about doing that. I hope that we're acting as much as we can be. I hope we have a bunch of acting gigs going on all the time. I hope that that becomes more prevalent in our life, like it's starting to right now for me. I'm making these steps towards it, and I hope that that just continues to grow. And yeah, honestly, I just hope above everything else that this progress is continual, and that I'm even happier and stronger and more sure of myself than I am now. I hope that that continues, and that I love you no matter what, because when I look back at myself a few years ago, it doesn't even feel like I know that person anymore, but I feel so much love and empathy and sympathy for her, just seeing how far I've come since then. And I hope that I just continue to feel that grace and support towards myself as I grow. And so I love you.
Hey, Big Sarah, it's little Sarah. My hope for you is that you are thriving and that you are expressing all your creativity and having a bunch of adventures and taking the ups and downs as it goes, remembering the Wheel of Fortune, that there's ups and downs and it always changes. Yeah, I hope you're just having a great time enjoying your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever it is. I hope you're having a great time. Don't forget about little old me figuring life out. Hopefully I've gotten you to a good spot. Good luck.
And now back to the podcast. Okay. So let's
do it.
I don't think I would want.
Like, I'd be like, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool how you did that.
Yeah.
Logistically.
Yeah.
But emotionally, I cannot go there.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. Very true.
I can't.
Mhm.
I can't.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too, is like, as an actor,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be able to let whatever you're feeling go at the end of the day,
Yes.
especially if it's like something super hard. Like, I remember with Rosengil, I mean, at the end I die,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I was alive this whole time, and then I'm left on stage alone,
Yeah.
and I get hanged.
Yeah.
And I remember one time at rehearsal, as soon as our run was over, I curled up onto the stage and just like sobbed, because that was the only way I could let go
Yeah.
of that world I was living in.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's just so hard. Like,
That happened to me a lot. Can I just interject real quick?
Yeah.
I was okay, so I just was talking to an acting teacher out here because I'm trying to find an acting class, and I really loved her philosophy on acting. I'll tell you about it at some point, but
Yeah.
she was like, tell me about your acting experience. And I realized this was me in college. I wonder if you felt the same. I struggled so much with technique because it either A, made total sense, but I did not understand how to apply it, and it was so hard.
Yes.
B, it made no sense, was not helpful, and so I feel like I just was kind of like in one ear, out the other. I'm not taking this on because this doesn't work for me. Or C, it would like kind of work, but then I would have such a hard time getting out of character at the end. Like this story, I also did that for another show I was in called Antigona Furiosa. We had there was only 3 of us in the cast, and we had a really awesome rehearsal one day. Like we did the whole show and it was great, but we all laid on the floor for like an hour afterwards, just like exhausted, crying, upset. And I remember our director like walking around us like like the end of a yoga class, and the instructor walks around, be like, let it go, breathe, like and it's just like unhealthy and bad for you because you're just, I don't know. It's very hard for me to differentiate. Sorry, the dogs are everyone stop making gagging noises, I'm worried. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard for me to let shit go. It was 0 to 60 for me always. There was no in between. I don't know if you felt similarly.
Absolutely. And I think that's like, especially when like there's, what am I trying to say? Okay, first, yes, I have felt this way. On like, I think like the first time I experienced it was when we did 25th annual spelling bee.
Putnam County,
Which was like, it was like a positive one because I wasn't like I wasn't in distress, but like I noticed outside of like, even after the show, I had these like childlike tendencies, like just like in me, like I just was very like kid energy all the time, and sometimes because the character I played had a lisp, it would slip out of my mouth, and I'd be like, I haven't let go of something in this. Yes, and I find that because we didn't have that like structure of like a process of how to let things go, or like just any type of structure in our training, I think it made me, like, now that I've taken time away from acting, like it makes me like nervous to step back into it, or like I was nervous to step back into it because I'm like, I don't want to feel that way again, of like the things feeling too much, when it's like I don't want that to affect my life.
Yeah, and that's something I talked to this teacher about. So I was like, I just want it to be fun again. Like we talked about too, like how hard it felt as a student, because like you want to be taking what they're teaching you and applying it, but if it's not working for you, then you're like, oh, I'm a bad student, I'm a bad actor, this isn't working, therefore like I am not going to be good. So then you're trying to apply things that just don't fucking work for you and like hold you back, honestly. Because she put it a really cool way too, where it was like technique is just supposed to bolster you. It's not supposed to be your work ethic, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the best acting moments I've ever had is when I was just there in the moment. I wasn't thinking about being the character or blah, blah, blah. It's like, what is my initial reaction and how is the text going to drive that? Like, you know, as opposed to like, oh, they would be shocked or I knew it or whatever. It's stupid.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's why, like when I came over here to the UK, I just felt like the quality of actors over here was like a level that like made me very insecure because I was like, this is like a whole different level. And I think I've learned is that schools over here, you're not taught like techniques. You're just taught like script analysis. Like these are the actions you put towards the words that you're reading. Like what do these words mean? How do you, and then you put it on its feet. I think that's just what they do. And so I've heard people that like do visits to the States to like go to an acting school, and they're like, you learn these techniques, but like it doesn't really mean anything because you just go back to the text anyway. And I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think, again, I still think technique can be important. Like I was saying just now about the Uta thing, like the noticing how you do things in your normal life and then trying to recapture that natural, I wanted to say naturality, that's not a fucking word. Like that, the naturalness of your own movement and finding a way to sink into that, into your performance. I think technique is important, but yeah, I just think there's too much of an emphasis on you have to know this in order to be good. And it's like, I just don't think so. I think you have to build your personal foundation first. And then if something works for you, great. But you don't have to adopt a whole technique and be like, I'm only a Stanislavski actor. I'm only a, Meisner actor. Like, it's just, I just feel like that's, for me, that does not work.
Yeah.
If it does for you, power to you. I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to give some of us some leeway here.
Definitely. Agreed.
You know what? Oh, I just remember another show I really loved was Antigona Furiosa.
Oh yeah.
I loved that show. Oh my god, that was really good too because like I had to sing a little bit on stage and I was like,
I did.
So it was very intimate. It was in, oh my god, what's room was that? 202.
202, yeah.
Which is tiny, people. And they're, oh my god.
Oh,
It was
202 the
intimate.
classic.
Me
I was like,
and
what the
two
fuck
other
is 202?
people. That was just so intimate, all three of us. I remember that because there was a rehearsal of Antigona.
I'm about to tell the same fucking
I just
story.
laid on the floor afterwards and just totally cried.
Yeah.
I remember Dan Espel being like, just let it out however you need to get it out. Let go however you can. I was like, I'm trying.
True.
So that was a good show.
Yeah.
I'm really sweaty all of a sudden.
Me too.
Is it really hot in here?
Yeah, I'm warm. I'd turn on the fan, but then it'd be
that's
so
nice.
noisy.
It's okay.
What in the world?
I mean, did we cover?
I'm checking
everything?
things off right now, man.
Yeah. I have written. Oh, well. I mean, do you want to end it on like a good?
As opposed to a bad note.
Yeah.
Speaking my mind.
Okay.
My thoughts exactly.
I was about to say, as opposed to ending it badly.
I wrote down any good things.
That's what I wrote. Oh, that's probably because that's what I sent
I
you.
literally just copied and
That's
pasted
what.
it.
Okay. I said, wow.
I'm not gonna take credit for that at all. I found a new wine ?
A new wine?
Yes, it's this amazing. I'm not gonna say I'm turning into an alcoholic, but I definitely chill is what I'll say. Because I'm like, I don't know, I was really sad at the beginning of the summer, and so I was like, I'm gonna drink, and I would have not like crazy, but I had like a drink every night, and I was like, this is not boding well. So I'm fine now, but
I'm so tired.
Cold.
I'm tired of her. I'm tired of this woman. I'm not going to say I'm a disappointment, but I'm a disappointment. I'm not going to say I'm an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic. I'm not going to say I'm closeted. However, like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I'm not going to say this right. The brand is Coppola?
Oh.
Coppola.
Yes, I saw
It's
it.
from the Diamond Collection. Sauvignon Blanc.
He's got, it's the director. He has his own wine.
Oh.
It's really good. I don't know.
That's funny.
She's
I was like, this means
tiring.
nothing to me.
This woman's tiring. I've had enough of her.
It is amazing. So good. And I guess a good thing is my surgery, as much as I don't want it to happen. It's
good because I won't be sick anymore.
Yeah. No more strep or tonsillitis.
And I got the
I haven't had it.
Apple Radio, Apple Music,
Yay.
whatever. I
Yeah.
have the 3-month trial right now that I'm using it.
Mhm.
Not sponsored. I'm just bringing this up because it let me download Ariana Grande's new album for free.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
I wonder what album that was. 6 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. That's, I don't know, those are some good things that happened to me.
Yeah.
It's probably Sweetener.
What about you?
Just living life. I saw Mamma Mia 2 for the 4th time yesterday.
God, that movie.
I still bawl my eyes out anytime Cher.
Still
the
do.
moment her foot appears on screen.
Yep.
When
you
I
hear
called you last night from Glasgow.
It's
Some
so
really bad Cher.
Love it.
So bad.
Yeah, I cry every time
Ugh.
she's on stage.
I love
or
her.
On screen. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And her
Love you, Cher.
album cover.
Big
She's
fans.
She's making a whole album covering their songs.
If you haven't seen Mamma Mia 2,
Please do yourself a favor for your well-being.
here's what I'll say though. If you didn't see Mamma Mia, you're not going to like Mamma Mia 2. Because Mamma Mia kind of sets up how that movie goes.
Yeah, watch
Like the
both.
kind of humor it has, the kind of dancing, the kind
Yeah.
of, like, it's very silly, but it's great.
Super campy.
So, yeah, it's super campy. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the word.
I was about to say, did the word campy not exist yet?
I literally,
Did the
yeah,
word
I was
camp
like, why
not
am I not saying campy? What the
That's-
fuck? Like, it's camp. That's what it is. I'm so exhausted, Sarah. I'm tired. Who is this girl? I don't know her. Who are you here with? Who do you know here?
Yeah. Who invited you?
I'm
That's so funny.
punting her out of my nest. She doesn't exist. She's not part of me anymore. That's not true. That's not true.
No.
I have love for you.
So,
Just so
watch both of them.
insecure.
watch both, but especially watch Mamma Mia 2.
Yeah.
Because what's her face? Christine. Who does she play?
Christine Baranski?
Yeah. What's her name?
Tanya?
Tanya. She said something.
Oh, I did it. I remember.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
She said it last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Julie Walters said it. She said, "Do what makes your heart soar."
Incorrect.
Julie Walters said it.
Yeah.
She said, do what makes your soul shine. And in my head, since then, I've been, do what makes your heart soar the entire time. But every time I watch it, I'm like, it's wrong.
We adopted that for a long time, though. You kind of came up with a catchphrase for us.
Yeah, basically. I love it.
Also, can I just say real quick, I think you agree. Mamma Mia 2, it's one of the few times where I personally feel the sequel is better than the OG.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
One hundo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So good.
So good.
I just remember her talking.
They were both, yeah.
Yeah. When she said that, when I saw it with Sarah, I grabbed my heart and I turned and I was like, really loudly.
I think it's a great thing to end it on. Do what makes your heart soar.
Do what makes your heart soar.
Cute.
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
If you
thanks.
made it this far.
We have a Facebook thing.
Yeah,
Group
we got
page. What is it, a page?
We have a Facebook page.
So go like it.
Like it.
We have a website coming.
Website will be up and running at some point.
Yeah. You're probably listening to this on SoundCloud, but we're gonna try and post to YouTube as well, right?
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, we got it. We'll do it. We'll
Yeah.
deal. We're amateurs. Maybe we should have preface with that. This is our first time doing this kind of thing. So if it's ever weird, we're learning along with ya.
Yeah.
We're doing our best,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Do what makes your heart soar.
Do what makes your heart soar.
Wow.
We did it. Thank God we survived.
Oh, we did it.
I just still can't get over how different we sound.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I can reach that register anymore.
I feel like mine, because the way I'm sounding is reminding me of how I used to sound. I recently went back and watched like my old YouTube videos that I had where I would talk to the camera. And it's like the same thing. And I think it's like this weird shyness that I'm like, oh, it just like makes me go, oh.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of mine was like insecurity and nerves and anxiety and just trying way too hard.
Yeah.
So what have we learned? What have we learned from our past selves? Anything?
Life is hard and will continue to be so.
Mm-hmm. We're fully capable of handling it, though.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we still have each other all these years later.
I'm gonna cry.
Good. I've been crying a lot today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest takeaway I took from that, first of all, it's nice actually to listen to it because it shows me how much I've actually have grown. Because sometimes I feel like my growth is not fast enough or enough at all. But to see my old self, hear her compared to where I am now, like I'm very proud of how far I've come and the work I've put into me. And I would say the biggest takeaway I have is just to not care so much about what people are expecting of me or what I think I need to do in my life. I just see, you do what makes your heart soar, and that's about it. That's all that really should matter. Too concerned with other people.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I feel like I've learned how to take up more space, I guess. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the midst of like trying to reconcile my past with who I am now and like moving forward, I think. So I'm in this like weird like, what does anything mean? What have I been doing this entire time? But yeah, I feel like I have a lot of like gentleness and sympathy for our past selves. And they got us here too, so.
That's true. Yeah. I just need to have my initial reaction of pain and cringiness before I'm ready to say, oh, I love you, old me. You just needed a lot of TLC, that's all.
Yeah. It definitely makes me want to like take more risks, I guess, as well, like creatively and stuff as well. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, it's interesting to think, listening to this episode and all the things I'm doing right now for my acting career, you know, like mentioning taking the class and the audition I'm getting ready for, and like I'm here in LA. It's interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Never know where life's gonna take you.
No, I'm here in London.
For real, yeah. If you told me 6 years ago this is where we'd be at, I'd be like, really? How?
Yeah,
I'm not capable of this. Now I'm like,
yeah.
It makes sense.
Hell yeah. Proud of us.
Me too. I'm proud of us too. I love you, Sarah.
I love you too. What room do you feel like we were in today?
I don't know. I actually just kind of think of us sitting on our couch in our senior year apartment. Just chilling.
Hell yeah. That was a good couch.
It was a great couch. And I hung a really shitty, do you remember tapestry on the side of the wall? It was like a beach scene to make it feel tropical on a vacation. We were in a garden apartment in central Illinois.
So yeah, there was like no sunlight or anything that entered our room, so that was like our only bit of day.
For real.
Was that tapestry.
Oh my god. What a time. All right, should we end it on a high note?
As opposed to a bad one?
Some things never change. Oh man. So the dogs want to go outside. Which one was that? Which one was it? Was it you? Hey, Bub. Trying to get him up here.
That was amazing.
The timing.
Yeah, that was the high note.
That was the high note. Yeah. Quit while we're ahead.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.